Hi, I am Veronica Lee, and I typically don't do what we would call energy reports, publicly anyway, but I do get a lot of insights about what is going on collectively. And it doesn't take an intuitive to see that things are a little bit wonky, a little bit intense, and a little bit even rageful. We have a lot of what we would call injustices taking place, and they always have, but is the intensity increasing? Is the level of injustices becoming more blatant? Are we feeling more victimized? What is that? Specifically, I want to speak to what is going on politically and the rise of Trump and all of the people who are really looking for someone to maybe perhaps create a new world or a better world, or to make America great again, or whatever. What I'm seeing with this particular rise is that we are, as Deepak Chopra had mentioned in an article he recently talked to this same issue about, is looking at this shadow aspect of ourselves. And yes, we all have this shadow. What I want to offer, and what I'm seeing and have been seeing for quite a while in this regard, is that our shadow is simply asking to be illuminated. Yes, we are all prone to doing negative things. We are all prone to trying to put others down in order to feel better ourselves. We are all prone to rage. And those are all neutral to some degree qualities that they can be intensified and, of course, negatively affect others. And when I say neutral, it can simply mean that when we are prone to something, it doesn't mean we act upon it, right? It can be, I have a thought, here I am, an intuitive, and I'm a very good manifester. And yet when I see something that shocks me, that angers me, my initial insight would be, let's fix this and let's get rid of that person. Let's kill that person. Let's, whatever, right? I mean, that's that rage within me. That's my own shadow. But do I act? Do I say, yes, let's set up a system of assassination? No. What I also don't do is spend a lot of time feeding that rage, feeding that anger. I don't put curses on people that I don't like. I could, but what would that serve? How would that help the whole? What I see that is happening right now is that all of our shadow stuff is being stirred up. Not so that we can feel bad about ourselves or shame others or fix anything, but to simply allow that shadow to be illuminated. What I invite you to do at this time, when things arise within you, is notice what's coming up. Is it that tendency to react? Is it that fear? Is it that anger? And how am I reacting? Am I setting up plans to, put a hex on someone? Am I sending a lot of negative thoughts to them? Am I going to physically go out and beat them up? Or am I going to experience what's underneath that is triggering me? So if what I'm feeling is this rage at the injustices, what is in me that might be unjust towards others? What is in me that might feel victimized by others? How does that make me feel? Vulnerable? Frightened? When we can look at our shadow with more neutrality rather than reactivity, when we can sense what's going on within us, we can start to illuminate it with love. By simply experiencing it, by simply bringing awareness to it, we are bringing love consciousness to it. So, easier said than done, but when these feelings arise, when your shadow comes forth, simply experience it, look at it, say yes to the tendency, the fear, what's going on, and then make your choice as wisely as you can. And hopefully for the collective of all, it'll be a kind, gentle, and loving choice that adds good to the world, that illuminates the world, that shifts things in a kinder, non-violent, non-blaming, non-angry way.